Why do you think your son is conservative?
I have no clue. I'll let him answer that question.
That's a bad answer. Hold on a second. You as a father should listen to your son.
I listen to him all the time.
Hold on, but then you just said you don't know.
I don't know where he went so bad. I mean, come on. It's like,
A few moments later.
Never let politics get in the way of the beautiful relationship between father and son.
I want you guys to think of the last movie that made you think, that challenged you, that inspired you. Angel Studios is bringing these kinds of films to the world. Movies like Sound of Freedom, Homestead, Bonhoeffer, and Something to Stand For. Movies that honor God, that celebrate patriotism, and that lifts your values. With 95% average audience score on Rotten Tomatoes, Angel Studios films are high-quality, family-friendly entertainment that teaches values like freedom, self-reliance, and unity. From documentaries like The Lunatic Farmer to inspiring films like Cabrini and Sound of Hope, they are all about shaping a culture for good. So how can you be a part of this? How can you get involved? Become a premium member in the Angel Studio Guild, a membership that puts you in the driver's seat to help Angel choose what movies they greenlight. And you will get 2 tickets to this incredible new movie, The King of Kings. Let me tell you about King of Kings. It is a blockbuster animated film about the life of Jesus Christ. It is in theaters this Easter. It features an all-star cast, including Oscar Isaac, Pierce Brosnan, Uma Thurman, Forrest Whitaker, my favorite, and more. Using stunning animation with vivid theatrical scenes you have never seen in a movie like this. King of Kings brings the story of Jesus to the big screen for a whole new generation. So join the Angel Guild and get 2 free tickets to King of Kings, every single theatrical release from Angel Studios, and you can weigh in on what content they make, and you can shape culture. Join the Angel Guild as a premium member at angel.com/Tatum, or simply click the link below. So I want to do this little turning point thing real quick because I'm running out of time. I just want y'all to see this clip that I was talking about, how a father and son kind of had a difference of opinion, and Charlie Kirk kind of brought that mixed together. And I'll tell you what, the kid with the tattoos on his neck, I thought he was going to be the liberal, and I thought his dad would be the conservative. Shocker. Roll the clip.
Hello, guys. My name is Joey. I brought my father with me. He's a very liberal father.
our family's divided. We're divided the same way the nation is divided.
I'm conservative, by the way.
Will anything ever be remedied? A nation divided against itself will not stand. Neither will a family divided against itself.
Why do you think your son is conservative?
I have no clue. I'll let him answer that question.
That's a bad answer. Hold on a second. You as a father should listen to your son.
I listen to him all the time.
Hold on, but then you just said you don't know.
I don't know where he went so bad. I mean, come on. It's like, I don't know where he went wrong. I don't know how he went off the rails.
Would the smarter of the two like to chime in here? Yeah.
Absolutely. So I used to be, at one point, on my father's side. Upon doing my own research and seeing things firsthand, I've switched sides. We talk every day about politics to the point where it's divided us. And so for him to say that he does not know where I stand is...
So let me ask you, do you think that maybe he wants to believe government will do good? Maybe that's...
Of course. Okay.
Now, maybe your son is going more conservative because he thinks government hasn't done a lot of good. Is that maybe a fair charitable interpretation?
That makes relative sense.
Okay, so now we're getting somewhere. Here's what I'll just say in closing, guys. Never let politics get in the way of the beautiful relationship between father and son. My advice first is for the son to the father, understand he comes from a different generational perspective. He thinks government is probably a good force. Now your son, understandably, is seeing it harder than ever to own a home. He's seen a border wide open. He's seen lies from politicians. He's seen the enrichment of the ruling class. And instead of interrupting and want to get in an edge, smartly be like, maybe my son is processing a way that I might not agree with, but he's growing up in a different circumstance than I ever would.
Charlie Kirk masterfully brought a generation, 2 generations together on a solid theme of American exceptionalism and truth and transparency. That's all I can say about it. I think that was good. I like how Charlie put those things together. I think Charlie Kirk is right. I think these discussions on campus are really, really good. And I think discussions that people may need to have between father and son or mother and son or family members, it's a discussion that should be had. Like, you love each other. You guys have been family forever. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You're getting all the cookouts together, y'all were cool, and then one because somebody voted for somebody, y'all don't hate each other now. If you should sit down and listen, I think both people should listen to each side and you guys will come to a better understanding of what you guys differ in and the things that you differ in and the things that you have in common. I don't know if you can convince the other side to change. All my family are not all conservatives, and I'm everywhere, right? Everybody, to both of my uncles, at the place of their employment, the people that are supervisors over them follow me on social media. And they tell me that they tell them, you need to follow, your nephew know what he's talking about. That's both my, what are the odds that both of my uncles at different places, a different spectrum of work, and both of their supervisors know Brandon Tatum? And to be honest, one of my uncles is Trump supporter conservative, and the other uncle, I think he's just in the middle. And he reminds me a lot of my dad a little bit. Like, my dad don't agree with all the bull crap, but for some reason, Donald Trump just rubs my dad the wrong way. I don't know why, but he just rubbed him the wrong way. I think if my dad met Trump, or if my dad was in an environment where everybody he knew was conservative, I think he'll come out of it. But regardless, my dad is a conservative. Most successful black people are conservatives. It's just for some reason the propaganda and the news and all this, I think, gears the messaging towards making Trump look so bad that people just can't stomach supporting the guy. Now, I don't know how my dad feel now. We shall see. I'll ask him again when these 4 years are up. But I tell you what, he know Kamala wasn't nothing. She wasn't nothing, but she was a bag of rocks. All right, let's play this last clip and then I'm gonna be done. Roll it.
What matters to people is their actual lived experience, how they are feeling in their day-to-day life. What people know is that they can't buy a home, they can't send their kids to college, they can't retire with dignity, that the American dream, which is, your children and grandchildren's lives will be better than yours, is out of reach for over half of America, if not more. Right? And that's what we're going to talk about.
Congressman, I think you're 100% correct, and I agree with you. You sound more like a moderate Republican, if I got to be honest. That's not the argument been advocated for by AOC or Bernie Sanders. They are advocating for more government control. You're right. Americans do want dignity of work. They do want to make sure that they're making more money. But they don't want the government, Dana, to assure that. And that's what those two extremely progressive leftward individuals in your party are.
I did say I couldn't disagree more, but Shermichael was on point. The Democrats have no plan to help America succeed the way America should. Minimal government, quit wasting our mother freaking money. I want to use the other word, but I'm trying to be a good Christian. Quit wasting our money on stupid stuff. If you're going to just blow the money, you might as well let us keep more of our money so we can create stuff with our money or buy the things we want. People are paying 30, 40% in taxes. When you add it all up, that's almost half of their check going to taxes. Medicaid, Medicare, and they plan on screwing us over without consent. Give it 20 years. They don't even have enough money to pay you. So you paying into a system that ain't gonna be able to pay it out like it's supposed to. People are nuts.
California is projected to lose 3 seats, New York 2. Also going to lose a seat, Minnesota, Oregon, Rhode Island, Illinois, all blue states. Who's getting these? Texas, Florida, Idaho, and Utah. This looks like game over. And the reason why people are voting with their feet is a lot of what your book is about. Yeah. Taxes and regulation. I certainly been screaming about it forever. I did 3 years with a sign here that said, how long is it going to take me to get my solar hooked up? 3 years. Talking about it on television in this state. You couldn't do it. This state has almost 400,000 regulations. I just put in a new roof because the fire, I thought, let's get a roof that's not going to burn up. 2 inspections. Why are you inspecting my roof? It's my f***ing roof. If it falls on me, that's my problem. And we're taxed more than any other state. People are leaving these kind of states for places where they're not, they feel the heavy breath of government on them. It's not that hard for Democrats to understand this, but they seem to be incapable of doing anything about it.